Hut, der hat 3 Ecken. 3 Ecken hat mein Hut. Und hat er nicht 3 Ecken, dann ist es nicht mein Hut.
Welcome again to another episode of Opa's Corner. And as always, we start off with some stories. On a sunny morning, William's mother came into her son's room and said, "William, it's Sunday. Time to get up. Time to get up and go to church. Get up!" From under the covers came mumbles. "I don't want to go." "What do you mean?" she said. "That's silly. Now get up and get dressed and go to church." "No," he shouted back. "I'll give you 2 reasons. I don't like them, and they don't like me." "Nonsense," she told him. "I'll give you 2 reasons to go. First, you're 42 years old, and second, you are the pastor." God looks over the millions of people and says, "Welcome to heaven. I want the women to go with St. Peter, and the men to form 2 lines. Make 1 line of the men that dominated their women on earth, and the other of men who were dominated by their women." There was much movement, but eventually the women were gone, and there are 2 lines. The line of men that were dominated is 100 miles long. The line of men that dominated women has only 1 man. God gets angry and says, "You men should be ashamed of yourselves. I created you in my image, and you were all dominated by your mates. Look at the only one of my sons that stood up and made me proud. Learn from him." He turns to the man and says, "Tell them, my son, how did you manage to be the only one on that line?" The man says, "I don't know. My wife told me to stand here." Each Friday night after work, Bubba would fire up his outdoor grill and cook venison steak. But all of Bubba's neighbors were Catholic, and since it was Lent, they were forbidden from eating red meat on Friday. The delicious aroma from the grilled venison steaks was causing such a problem for the Catholic faithful that they finally called their priest. The priest came to visit Bubba and suggested that he become a Catholic. After several classes and much study, Bubba attended Mass. The priest sprinkled holy water on him and said, "You were born a Baptist and raised a Baptist, but now you are a Catholic." Bubba's neighbors were greatly relieved until Friday night arrived and the wonderful aroma of grilled venison filled the neighborhood. The priest was called immediately by the neighbors. As the priest rushed to Bubba's yard, clutching a rosary and prepared to scald him, he stopped and watched in amazement. There stood Bubba, clutching a small bottle of holy water, which he carefully sprinkled over the grilling meat while chanting, "You was born a deer, you was raised a deer, but now you are a catfish." You can't fool kids in Sunday school. They're all way too smart. If I sold my house, my car, had a big garage sale, and gave all my money to the church, would I get into heaven? Asked the Sunday school teacher. "No," all the children answered. "If I cleaned the church every day, mowed the yard, and kept everything neat and tidy, would I go to heaven?" Again, the answer was, "No." Well, she continued, then how can I get to heaven? A 5-year-old boy shouted, You gotta be dead! And now for the funnies. Let's begin. If Yoda was from Texas, the force with y'all be fixin' to. All I'm saying is that the difference between humans and animals is that animals would never allow the dumbest of the herd to lead them. You almost made it, except for the language when working on your truck. At the Feline Hall of Fame, he once took 47 squirts to the face, and he still didn't get off the counter. That's badass. King of the jungle. King of the internet. If you get it, say Oz. Annie was less endearing as a mother. Sorry, boys, he's grounded today, but my son will come out tomorrow. Bet your butt, never mind. Dr. Seuss. I don't like Greek eggs and lamb. I don't like them at all, madame. Not with Hades, not with the ladies, not as a treat on the island of Crete. I will not eat them, Persephone. I will not eat them. Let me be. Cow poetry. Distant hills. The distant hills call to me. Their rolling waves seduce my heart. Oh, how I want to graze in their lush valleys. Oh, how I want to run down their green slopes. Alas, I cannot. Damn the electric fence. Damn the electric fence. Thank you. Don't worry, it's tomato. Welcome, butlers of the world, annual banquet. God, Collings, I hate to start a Monday with a case like this. Look here, McGinnis. Hundreds of bright copper kettles, warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with string. Someone was after a few of this guy's favorite things. And for your dining pleasure this evening, we're offering 2 choices. Take it or leave it. Perhaps the most noble of all rescue animals, the laboratory retriever. Good dog. The IRS. Like the sign says, it's all theirs. Tastes like chicken. Let's see. Here it is. Your policy does not cover floods, earthquakes, or acts of God. Sorry about that, Mr. Finkelman. when Pat Sajak's wife goes shopping. So, now we scan the tooth and send the picture to the Tooth Fairy, and then she will send $3 to your PayPal account. I've got it too, Omar. A strange feeling like we've just been going in circles. This could be the first case we've ever seen of a rolling stone actually gathering moss, Mr. Jagger. The Ice Crusades. Look at this shoot, Remus. You can zippity-doo-dah all day long for all I care, but you keep that dang Mr. Bluebird off your shoulder. I'm sorry, Miss Goobler, but for reasons of national security, my history paper had to be retracted. And that concludes Opa's Corner.
Mein Hut, der hat 3 Ecken. 3 Ecken hat mein Hut. Und hat nicht 3 Ecken, dann ist es nicht mein Hut.